Sit down and shut up.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give me peace.
Why so serious?
You take the blonde and I'll take the one in the tailor.
This is Sparta!
I'll have what she.
The Screen Squad podcast feels like it's been forever. Feels like it's been forever since we recorded an episode.
Been doing this for a while.
Wiley Burp.
That's what he sounds like.
It's the same voice as Wiley Burp that's
Yeah.
in the movie. Yeah. Well, if you guys don't know where that song's from, we are.
Then go fuck yourself.
Well, first
Whoa,
off,
whoa.
easy. On the panel today, like always, I'm Vinny,
I'm Mousy.
And Edgar.
and we are. What is it? What anniversary is it? How many years has it been for this
I
movie?
don't know. What is it, 25?
Maybe the movie was from the 80s, so yeah, it's about 25
80s?
years. Yeah.
You 90s?
Back to the Future 3 was what year?
So,
Maybe 1990?
about, I think. I'm not sure. I'm 95. 95. I think 95.
It wasn't 95. Get out of here.
90.
I see
90.
it's 1990
I
because
guess
Back to the Future, the
So
first
30.
one was 84.
So it's 30.
And then 2 years later was Back to the Future 2. And then it was Back to the Future 3.
So it's
90.
30, not 25. I'm just saying.
30 years.
30 years.
And Michael J. Fox.
It's too old for Leonardo DiCaprio to date it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible joke, but okay.
Fuck you.
No, but we are talking about it's the 30th anniversary of that movie. The movie's 30 years old now.
Great Scott.
Wow.
You know, I haven't been 30 in years.
I guess.
Yeah, since I turned 30, I've had
Well, this
2 kids.
this movie follows the final chapter in the Back to the Future trilogy,
Rectally.
and it follows it concludes the old Marty McFly and Doc Brown storyline.
But does it though?
No, because they had a cartoon after
Yeah.
anyway. But it was more like there wasn't really much Marty in the cartoon, was it? Because it was a lot more.
on Jules and Vern. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't remember the cartoon.
Yeah, I do.
I
I was of that age.
Saturday morning cartoons, man. On NBC. Followed by Saved by the Bell
In California Dreams
and California Dreams.
and the Cool Guys and
City
Hang
Guys,
Time.
City Guys.
City Guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
City Guys. Hang Time.
Hang time with what's the name?
Mr. Cooper.
No, it's Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Yeah,
It's a different show.
Hang time had the dude who
No
used to
one
be fat.
knows. No one knows.
He's on Blackish. What's his name? Anderson.
Anthony Anderson
Yeah.
wasn't on that show.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he
On
was.
Hang Time?
Yeah, he was.
Get out
I
of
think
here.
season 2 or 3 or something like that. Hang time, the new class.
There was no new class. Oh, but Jay Hernandez was. Oh, he was in it, huh?
Yeah, fuck you.
Look at
Don't
that.
question me on my
Look
shitty
at
TV.
that. Look at that. You're right for once.
I'm read a lot. I just
No, you're not right.
I'm read a lot. I just don't get into it.
Relax, Harrison Ford.
No one likes to minimize the fact that I like to do, but I know.
Dudes? Did you say you like dudes? Hey, easy. But no, Back to the Future 3, the Western. You had a 50s movie with the first one. You had a future movie that took place in the future year of 2015.
So he tried to bang his mom in the first one.
Mhm.
Second one, he's trying to bang his wife.
Well, that's the whole point. But he's not trying to bang his wife. He's just trying to figure out why his kids are messed up.
Marty, she married a black guy.
Oh,
I could have stopped laughing on Family Guy when that was on there. Yeah, I don't think we can hang out anymore. Okay, so
It's your
And
Is
then
that,
the-
is that from a show?
it's from Family Guy. He steals all his jokes.
hey, still good.
No,
Relevant.
it was
joke.
it was funny.
Relevant joke.
It's probably funny on the show, not funny when you do it.
Better impression though.
Of what?
I don't know.
No, so you have the 50s, you have the future, now you have a Western. An excuse
Future
to
and the past again. Future
Yeah.
and the 50s.
and
the present.
present. You have
And the past.
So the movie starts off literally right where the second one ends. Doc Brown is struck by lightning. Marty is sent back to 1985. Then he miraculously appears because he remembers that Doc Brown should still be at the clock tower.
Okay, so there's this is the one that kind of it's mentioned in Endgame because the time travel and how you break off timelines.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, they kind of explained it in part 2 with the whole timeline thing. Essentially, what they did in Endgame was you take a piece from here that creates an alternate timeline, but you put that piece back, it restores the timeline. That's what part 2 was.
so that would mean that
And we're talking about Avengers Endgame.
Thanos' situation never happened.
Yeah.
So Iron Man would still be alive. So would Captain America. Nothing really would have changed, except there was no Thanos issues.
Right. But now, like the timeline.
I'm just saying. That logic, nothing happened.
Well, that's why we have the Black Widow movie coming out eventually.
At some point.
Never.
Then Mulan.
It's so complicated when it comes to time travel movies because it doesn't exist.
I still think
So-
the best explanation is what's his name?
Peter
Time Cop.
Dinklage? Oh, Time Cop. Yeah. That's a good explanation of it.
Yeah, we talked about
We
it.
should talk about that one.
Yeah, hey, go back to past episodes and listen to Time Cop. This shit will change your life.
Baby hairs.
That's right.
Baby, dude, he had baby hairs on his ass. It's
All
like-
right, you talked about it enough on that episode.
It's like you had baby hairs and you could still see the ripples in his muscles.
And
It's crazy.
oil. The hammer's out.
Yeah.
He just got out of the shower. It should be dry. Why is he wet?
Why are you noticing that? That's really the question.
Why aren't you noticing?
Because I'm sane. No, but you have Marty this time takes the alias of Clint Eastwood, going back to save Doc because you find out early on in the movie that Doc is he traveled and he got stuck in 1885 where there's no gasoline, there's nothing, and he can't find a way back. And while trying to figure out a way to get back to the present, essentially back to 1985, past Doc, 1955 Doc and Marty find Doc Brown's grave tombstone, and it says shot in the back over a matter of $80 by Buford Tannen.
Hold it back for $80. Yeah, hilarious.
By Buford Tannen.
Mad Dog.
Oh, you don't call him Mad Dog.
What's wrong, dude? You yellow.
So that sets Marty on a course again to save Doc, because the whole, the first movie, Doc dies twice.
Huh?
He dies in the first movie. He gets shot. Technically, he died.
Oh, that's right.
Originally, he
right.
died. He dies, right? And then Marty saves him.
With a note that he wasn't supposed to have.
Then he saves him again in 1885.
Yep.
So Doc dies twice, but he's still alive. Man, is the second coming. That's yeah. Where did they didn't film this on Universal property though, right?
I think they did. They still did a good chunk of it. The like all stuff with the clock tower and stuff like that. Those areas.
Yeah.
I don't think they removed the whole thing though. Like I
don't
think
know.
they did stuff.
Seems like a lot of work, but essentially, Marty does go back 1885 to save Doc Brown.
It's like giant Legos.
But in going back to save Doc Brown, he gets kind of stuck because there's no gas. There's no gasoline in 1885.
Trying to find the fuels.
They're trying to figure out how to
Man, that
fuel
was cool.
the old DeLorean.
That whiskey.
Blows out the engine.
Blows it out its ass.
Yep. Blows up. Damn it. You
Damn it! What? Sorry, you're too slow.
blew out an O-ring. There you go. See, same shit, but whatever. I'm still gonna say it.
Not the engine, the manifold train.
It still comes out the back.
Fuck you. All right. That's what I'm saying.
Easy.
Hey,
Why are you so angry today?
I know, dude.
Calm down.
What's the matter?
I don't know. I don't know anything about cars. I don't. just
I know you buy horrible ones.
I know.
I've been witness.
I know they come in different colors.
They have 4 wheels. Hey, did you get your car?
Yeah.
Nice. Congratulations.
Got a minivan.
Oh, never mind.
I got that.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Well,
Keep it to yourself.
So
hey, I like minivans.
So we have Doc Brown, and actually the costuming in this one again, like 1955, they dress him up really well. I mean, Marty's first outfit is not great. It's not a good.
The pink cowboy.
The pink cowboy is not a good look at all.
What is it that the guy says inside the saloon?
Fancy moccasins. He's wearing them fancy moccasins.
Yeah, with his doesn't he say with his voice? He goes, "Got a shirt from a dead Chinese."
Uh-huh.
Ugh.
It's true. Hey, but they could say that. That was the 1885s.
No, I can't say. I can't do it.
Again, there's no black people, no Latin
What
people.
is up with that?
There is Native
Mad Dog
Americans.
looks black.
There you go.
Yeah,
Thank you for correcting yourselves.
he's just dirty.
Oh,
He's not black. He's plain.
He's just really, really dirty.
He was-
but he
he
looks
was
like he
watching-
smells really bad.
He was watching Soul Man for way too long.
Ooh,
on a future episode.
they tried to remake C. Thomas Howell's classic.
Did he take the pills?
Maybe
He
he got that reverse vitiligo.
Thank you.
But no, you have Biff's. It always revolves. It's always Biff's family.
Biff is always the asshole, and
Biff's,
and
or not just Biff. Biff's family.
Like flies.
I mean, in the first one and the
flies
in the
and
first one,
pushovers.
in the first one and the second one, it's Biff. In this one, it's his ancestor, Buford, and still played by Tom Wilson. Because you can't really get a tan in and not.
You can't get
have
a
to have
younger guy or a different
yeah.
guy who played. No, you have to do it.
You have
That.
to, and he plays all the roles really well. By the way,
Oh, yeah.
They did it with Marty's dad.
but you notice they never really show a close up like of his face when it's not, because after Crispin Glover got fired and he's not in the movie, not in any of the movies after the first one. They never did a good close up of the dad, and if they did, it was like real quick.
They did, yeah. They did it in the second one when they're in the kitchen, but that was like full makeup. Like,
And you could tell it's not him.
what happened? Why did they get fired?
I think he got into an argument with the producers, and he was on, I forgot what on the show, a podcast, and explained it that he just got into it with the producers, and they just didn't want him back.
With Bob Gale?
Yeah, and Robert Zemeckis. He got into it with them.
Oh.
Kind of ruined his shot to be in anything. That's why he's never in. He still holds a grudge. That's why he's never in any of the reunions. They just, Josh Gad had that reunion, right?
And he wasn't there?
And he wasn't there.
Oh. Who's Josh Gad?
Olaf.
Oof, that's right.
What do you mean? What's wrong with Josh Gad?
He's Josh Gad.
But what's wrong with Josh Gad?
He's just Josh Gad.
What is
Yeah.
your pedo with Josh Gad?
I just don't think he's funny.
I don't think he's meant to be funny.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
think
he is.
He's like Ozzy funny,
Fuck
not
you,
funny.
right?
Wait, I'm just saying, it's true. You're not funny.
I have my moments where like it's like
You have your moments when I remember that joke is from somewhere else, and I find it funny.
Ha
Like the Leonardo DiCaprio joke you did. Wasn't that Ricky Gervais on...
Yeah,
That's everyone who's ever mentioned Leonardo DiCaprio.
geriatrico DiCaprio.
Geriatric DiCaprio. Yeah.
See, that's up here, not from TV.
Huh?
Exactly.
Fictional characters.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, you see, you have to take from Kevin Smith too. You not only are you taking his old body, but now you're trying to take his jokes.
You're such a dick.
No fat shaming though. No fat shaming.
I know.
It's just brother shaming. That's allowed, right? Like you can shame your own brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you weren't my brother, I mean, you'd probably still get shamed.
I mean,
anyways.
if I try to commit suicide, it's just
That's on you.
That's my
It's
fault.
not on me. Yeah,
That's
it's on
on
you.
me.
It's on you. Totally on you.
Can't blame anybody except for me.
Exactly.
Yeah. And if you fail, that's even more of a failure.
Yeah. Then we gotta make fun of you again for.
Yeah, you can't even kill yourself, right?
It's like God, you're so stupid. It's attention, legit. Attention, legit. I'm just saying.
No one can see what you just did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, by the way,
with the
disclaimer,
vague.
we are brothers. We can
Yeah.
do and say whatever we want.
We can't do whatever we want.
That's
but we can
gross.
say whatever we want.
Well,
There's laws against certain things.
Family. Huh?
aren't you like throwing hammers at him?
Yeah. It's called threats. I throw pens. I haven't yet to throw a hammer. If I throw a hammer,
You'll hear it.
yeah, and I'll have to call the ambulance. And I don't want to pay for that.
Well, in all fairness, he doesn't have that good of a name. So I mean,
Ha! I do.
not like me.
I had LASIK done.
Yeah, I could do it without my glasses on.
No, you can't.
I can.
Oh, we're gonna. I have knives. We're gonna practice.
No, I can do it.
But back to the future. Back to
Back to
BTTF
back
3.
to future.
BTTF3.
Is this what direction now?
BTTF?
Huh?
Back to the Future 3. The final chapter. This is before they even added like subtitles to movies. I mean, they had them, but they didn't. I'm glad they didn't do that to Back to the Future.
I watched it in Spanish. It was not as funny.
Good, cool story.
Yeah, just saying.
Cool story.
Did you really watch it in Spanish? No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
There's certain movies you could watch in Spanish and are funny.
Oh,
Superbad is funnier in Spanish.
there's a lot of movies. Weird how some of
Ice Age is funny in Spanish.
is it?
Yeah, it's better in Spanish. It's a better
So
movie.
you don't get the Ray Romano voice?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
No. You know, you don't get that. I'm probably. Yeah, I don't think you don't get that voice, and you get. I don't even know if it's John Leguizamo, but it's a better movie in Spanish. There's certain movies that are better in Spanish.
I don't think he speaks Spanish anyway.
He's Puerto Rican,
That doesn't mean
Kinda
anything.
does.
but yeah, I was gonna say he's Puerto Rican, but he's
Speaks
just
broken Spanish.
like you.
Like us. Shut
Like
up.
you.
No, my
Us.
Spanish is not broken.
Well, you were born
your tooth
there.
is broken. Huh?
Your tooth is broken, and you're
Our
you're
dead
developing a gap. You're gonna be able to. You're gonna be able to
As
park
you get
a
older,
car.
you get a gap, dude?
You
It's
as
crazy.
you get older, you get a
Oh,
gap.
give it time, Vinny.
Nope.
Give it time.
We're 3 years apart. I would have already started getting a gap.
Yeah, I just
And I
started
have
getting-
nice teeth, so I don't have a gap.
Man.
Did you ever have your wisdom teeth pulled?
Yes.
That's why. I've never had my wisdom teeth pulled. That's why I'll never have a gap. The only gap I'll have is in my, no, wait, never mind.
Asshole.
See, I made that. I set that joke up, and that was a good one. But Back to the Future 3. Can we get back on topic, Dick?
Hey, we're gonna talk about some engines and some stuff.
But this one's they made Doc Brown into a love interest. They gave him a love interest. They made him a leading man.
That's true.
I mean, he was technically Marty in the other movies is the leading man. He's the one that gets the girl. But in this one, you have Doc Brown. They give him the love interest, and he's the leading man. They even give him the action shots when he has like the sniper rifle, and they made him a little bit tougher. And I was like, that's
true.
dope.
He turns into a manly man.
Yeah.
They gave him some balls.
And he uses the hoverboard.
Yeah. Normally,
And he
someone gets
catches
on
it really, really well.
some-
Like Marty and him have real good aim together because like Marty just lets the hoverboard
know.
go outside and Doc Brown just slips his foot in easily. Like that's some skill. That's skill you only get in the Old West.
Oh, it wasn't a joke. Okay.
No.
I'm sorry. You meant that. Okay.
But then you get introduced to Clara Clayton, which is
Mary Steenburgen.
Mary Steenburgen, and that's Doc Brown's love interest.
Christopher Lloyd.
And you find out early on in the movie, before she's even introduced, on his gravestone, it says, survived by his beloved Clara, which is one of the things that I don't understand, because
yeah, we had a long discussion about this at home.
because if there was still Clayton Ravine when Marty was there,
Yeah.
how did Doc meet Clara when she was supposed to fall off the cliff? So why would it say on the gravestone,
Yeah.
on the tombstone?
And Doc only meets Clara because of Marty being in the past.
Yeah. So it's not really more time travel. I feel that it's more like a destiny type of thing that Marty was already there. Just Marty didn't realize it.
You are my density.
So does that mean that the Marty that's going to go back to 1885 had already gone back to 1885? So he's not the original?
That's the only thing I figure, because it gets too like it's too convoluted at a certain point where you start thinking, okay, well, that makes no sense. If Clara should have been dead before Marty showed up, why is her name on the tombstone?
Exactly.
It would have made more sense if during as soon as Marty gets there, then that gets added to the tombstone, That would have made more sense in the movie. Like Marty shows up in 1885, shows him, and then all of a sudden that line shows up at the bottom. Because then at that point, Marty had already intervened.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And because in the first one, he's the one that goes into the past. If he would have been another Marty, like a second time going into the past, he probably would have seen himself. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
That was one of the things that I love. I love this movie. I loved all three. I do prefer part 2 or the first one over the third one, But the third one has its own charm because it's
ZZ Top.
not just that, but it's a completely different type of movie
For me,
compared to the other two.
For me, it's 1, 3, and then 2. I think 2 is just really messy. There's too much going on.
And I think that's why I like it because it's just so much going on. And I think that was the whole point. The whole movie is he goes to the future because everything is messed up, and he messes it up even more.
Well, is it just weird or that every female except for Marty's daughter looks like Leah Thompson?
What do you mean every female?
Like
That was the other thing.
yeah. How do they all have it's? Is it all incest? Where like they're just all like
Oh, you mean? Oh, yeah. I thought you.
That was the other thing because how is it that Marty shows up? He meets his great grandfather,
I'm named after him.
but his grandmother
His great.
looks like his mom.
His great.
But the mom isn't a McFly.
I think that was just convenience.
No, yeah, I know.
To not have to hire anyone else, but it does throw off.
The story.
It throws it off because you could have had another actress play the great grandmother or the ancestor
does his
of
mom
Marty.
have web feet?
Maybe that's why she was into the incest.
Maybe, but then she wouldn't have been a Baines.
Huh?
If we're going with the whole incest that you were assuming, she wouldn't have been a Baines. That would have made no sense.
Yeah, no, but it's confusing.
No, it's confusing. They should have just got another actress that sounded like Leah Thompson, or could have just for the little piece at the beginning where he's like, "Mom," when he's waking up, to do the same lines. It sounded like her, but it'd been a completely different actress. Then made a little bit more sense. It's just it's just convenience in the actors, but it's not convenience in the story. I like the fact that in every movie he hits his head and he wakes up and it's Leah Thompson or it's that same type of situation with his mom and everything. I do like that, but yeah, you're right. They should have had a different actress because that's kind of incesty. At least it insinuates that. Yeah, it's kind of.
It just throws you off because you're trying to watch the movie and it's like wait a minute.
Yeah, and how did they explain how long Doc had been in the Old West?
I think the Greystone.
I think they do. Like a few months. He had been there a few
months.
Because
in a few months, he had enough time to build a fridge. He had enough time to hide the DeLorean. He had enough time to become a blacksmith. He had enough time to do all this stuff in 2 months. Doc is legit.
Well, Doc is knowledgeable, and
where did he get the money to do all that stuff?
It's the Old West. You really didn't have to have too much money.
Well, he had to have money to get that barn that he was working out of. He had a model. He had a giant fridge.
It's called squatters' rights.
Not in the Old West.
Yeah, in the Old West, there was no real like I'm going to purchase this house here. No, it's just a barn is there. I'm taking over.
He
put a lock in it afterwards.
He was there 8 months.
Well, see, that makes sense. See, a couple months doesn't, but 8 months, I give Doc enough time to build up a reputation at that point.
Yeah.
Slanging and banging.
Whoa.
He was right next to the saloon. You don't think?
He doesn't drink.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about that. There was whores in the saloon.
You mean whores?
Whores in the saloon. Ladies of the evening.
You mean putas?
Hey, easy.
I'm sorry, what?
You always take it one step too far.
Sconcless, huh? Ow! Sorry, I just hit a hip.
Yeah. But no, Doc is legit because he got all that set up. I think during that time, being alone, being in the Old West, manned him up more, especially because he's now standing up to he was standing up to Buford Tannen, and he really good with the gun.
Because you can't be a pussy in the West.
Because in the first movie, he was not good with a gun.
Oh,
like he was real bad with the gun that he had.
Which one?
In the first movie, when he pulls out the gun. When the Libyans show up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
He doesn't know how to use
He doesn't know how to use a gun. And in the third one, it's like he's evolved. He's now a real good shot. And he can ride a horse like a champ. I don't know how Marty can ride a horse like a champ so quickly.
He's got skills.
Because Marty shows up and he had 5 days.
Because Marty be good.
Right?
Yeah.
He had 5 days to save Doc's life and get him back to the present.
I like how when he's eating his first meal in the South, in the West.
Yeah, that would have been a different movie.
I'm eating my meals in the South.
It would have been all diarrhea.
Yeah.
Why is this all greasy? Hey, so yeah, was eating his first meal pellets.
Well, yeah, because
Pellets.
his ancestor shot the rabbit.
Yeah, buckshots.
Mm-hmm.
Pellets.
And then the dirty water. That's just water at that time. They didn't have water filtration.
Well, they have that in Michigan, so
That's now though.
yeah.
That's why they drank whiskey.
No coffee, no Pepsi free. Coffee.
No tab.
Damn.
Yeah. Nothing.
And you're getting slower, dude.
I know. I'm just.
Don't pretend like it's something else. You're just getting slower.
I'm getting old.
You're sweating already and you're just sitting there.
I'm sweating.
Yeah. Easy. Breathe through your nose, out your mouth.
He's not fat shaming you.
No. I'm just helping you breathe. It's called yogurt. Hey, relax. Relax, Darth Vader. But then after watching this movie, you kind of watch like a lot of the special features and stuff. And I saw the reunited together, the Josh Gad thing, and they were talking about the original title for the movies, and it would not have been a good movie if they kept the original title.
What was it?
Spaceman from Mars.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No, that's not real.
Yeah, that was Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale. They were like, that's what the president of Universal wanted to call the movie originally, because they didn't think Back to the Future was a good title.
Not a marketable thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it, but at the same time, Spaceman from Mars
Well, it's because it took it from the
Spaceman
first
from what?
movie from Mars, because it took it from the first movie when
The
he
comic
shows
book,
up. Yeah,
right?
the comic book. So they were like, oh, let's call it. He was like, you should call it that. They were like, nah, it's a good joke.
No, yeah.
It's a good joke, guys. They kind of told him it was a good joke, and I guess it made them feel dumb. So they kept Back to the Future. But yeah, you don't have the normal formula in the third one that you do in the other movies.
like what?
You don't have like Marty having to. I mean, you kind of do have it, but it's different. It feels like it's more Doc Brown's movie versus Marty's movie.
It's still a circle. It just kind of
cyclical.
No, it's a circle.
Yeah, but that's cyclical.
I don't like saying cyclical.
That's
Sounds,
the word.
makes me sound like a dick.
Well, you are.
I know it's not the point.
Well,
you are what
well.
you eat, but it's not the point.
What?
So
Easy, cowboy.
so yeah, but it's every movie has the same thing.
Right.
There is,
But they just gave a lot more of this movie to Doc Brown.
yeah, they finally gave him like a reason to.
They made Doc Brown desirable to women in this movie.
It made his character question.
Also, Adam's Family.
Not
Yeah,
question
I
of
mean,
not
Uncle
question of
Fester.
science, but just kind of be able to think past science. Like every other ones, he's always thinking about like
He even says in the movie that love at first sight doesn't really exist. It's
Yeah.
not scientific. It's not scientifically proven, and it happens.
so.
It just it shows him that he has to live life, not just. And he tells him that's where you get all that quote. The future is not written. Life is what you make it. That's all Doc Brown.
It was on Snapple Cap too.
That was after Doc Brown. Now.
Still,
I wonder if they have to pay them royalties for using those lines.
no, I don't think so. I think as long as you don't put actual names on it, it could be anyone.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But you have such a. I think this is just a well done movie. It's just fun from the beginning. Like even though you have to have watched the other two to really understand what's going on with this one. But even then, once you get past, and that's just the beginning, because once you get past the beginning, they explain everything. Everything is explained, and that way you can follow what's going on. And it's a lot more action packed. It does feel like a Western. It does feel like a Western. Doesn't feel like the first Back to the Future. It doesn't feel like the second one. It just feels it's very enjoyable
Yeah, and the constant in the whole movie is
Manure.
in all three.
I hate manure.
In all
Then
three.
spitting it out.
Even though in the first one it's kind of the
Gross.
same scene with the manure, it kind of same thing. In the third one now it's like he has it in his mouth.
In his mouth, yeah.
Oof. I wonder. I wonder if that was. I hope it's not. I don't think it was real. That
no, it can't
Tom
be.
Wilson had it in his mouth, but
I mean-
whatever they put in his mouth looked pretty manure-like.
Yeah, it looked like the stuff around him.
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering what is actually in his mouth.
Okay, easy.
Just wondering.
Relax.
No. That wasn't a. As in,
No, yes, it was.
What's that?
Yes, it was. I saw it in your eyes.
It was like I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, see, it's even. Why do your eyes get so big when you go? Like you're thinking like
His
it's
lips
delicious.
are quivering.
Yeah.
What's in his mouth? I want to know.
Gross.
I know.
I'm into scat play.
What?
Take a shit on me from long distances.
All right.
Smear all over my clothes.
But Doc and Marty get a lot done in 5 days.
Well,
Getting,
they don't really-
they never show when they actually go pick up the DeLorean. It just automatically shows up in the
Yeah.
It's inside the barn.
The model, he builds that model.
He builds the model.
and the running joke of sorry, I didn't have enough time to put it.
Yeah, it's not to scale. But then you have almost exactly the same scene with Lorraine, but now it's Clara. Clara comes visits, Doc.
Oh, that's right.
It's the same thing as the garage.
Yeah, puppy love.
And she's already in love with him.
Yeah, instantly because he saved her life.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. She's gonna get a cold and die, so it's fine.
Are you gonna go to the festival?
I'm not planning on going.
And then, but he shows up, and then he's like he could dance like a champ.
Oh, that's right.
He gets it in. Like I don't know what he's doing. He's like ZZ Top's playing the right song, and then you're like instead of that's a knee slapper. You know what I'm saying? That's
It
a
is.
bop, like the kids say.
That's the jam.
That's a bop.
I used to bump that back in the day.
That song slaps.
One of the kids.
But he's like, you have that,
When
and then
he doesn't get crickets, I get crickets.
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
doesn't get crickets,
Yeah, I
fuck
know,
you.
because I'm the host. Thank you. No, and then you have Marty actually. Jesus, yeah, somebody has to call the exterminator. Then you have Marty. Like instead of a video game, now it's an actual gun range.
Yeah.
They give him an actual gun, and somehow he's really good with the gun, even though guns are really really heavy.
Because he's left-handed, right?
He's right-handed
He's right-handed in the movie.
in the movie. Because remember, they give him the gun he has in the left, and he can't shoot because he's paying attention to Doc.
Loose hands.
He flips it and he just smokes them turkeys in the old school video game.
And he plays the guitar right-handed.
All right then.
Earth Angel. You don't have Earth Angel in this one, but you have ZZ Top. You have the Earth Angel. And then you also it's cool because again, the biggest piece of each three of these movies is the clock tower.
Oh, that's true.
That's like the center point. It's always revolving around the clock tower. It's always around Hill Valley. It's always the clock tower is always in each of the movies in one form or another, right? This one you get to see them building it, and that's a cool souvenir that they get the picture with them with the old school clock. And I like at the end, and I like at the end how Doc gives Marty the framed picture, and what it says at the bottom, my partner in time.
Aww.
I didn't read that.
Coming from you, relax.
Aww.
Stupid.
Sorry, I was just reacting.
Okay.
Okay. Well, no, but it does say that, that's like because when the DeLorean gets destroyed, that's one of the things that gets destroyed is the picture. It explodes and the picture's burnt and everything is just burnt. But when Doc, I don't even know how and when Doc got the parts to fix that train and make it a hover train, or where he got the parts. Because this is another thing about the movie. Hold on, this is another thing.
I enjoy it.
Hold on, shut your
but
mouth.
Hold on.
Shut your mouth.
That's true. I hadn't even thought about that. Go ahead.
Okay, so so Marty shows up with the DeLorean that Doc hid in that cave, right?
Yeah.
So when Marty shows up to the past, isn't there technically two DeLoreans?
That's why.
There should be two DeLoreans because Marty,
True. You're right.
because Marty's left it in one cave, and that's the one that had the gas tank ripped.
Mm-hmm.
But then Doc should have the other one that should technically still have gas, if you think about it, because it had
No, because remember he uses the garbage. But the time circuits were broken on that.
No,
one.
I know, but no,
That's
but what I'm
why he
saying
didn't go Back to the Future.
because he says it in the movie. The time circuits and everything runs on the flux capacitor and everything runs on Mr. Fusion.
The circuit's electrical.
But the car runs on gas. So even though the time circuits were busted on that one, he should have still had gas and
Still
it had
has
a
fuel in the other
and it
one,
had
yeah.
and it had a tank. Why couldn't you just get that tank, replace it in this one? You're good to go.
I hadn't even thought about that. You're right.
Same here. Fuck. So you're saying Indiana Jones had no real like part in any of the,
His name wasn't Indiana.
His name's Junior.
His name is Henry Jones Jr. Indiana
Junior.
was the name of the dog.
yeah. Junior.
By the way, I love that Indiana Jones movie. I think that's my favorite one.
Last Crusade?
Last Crusade, yeah.
Hell yeah. Why? River Phoenix.
Choose wisely.
And
River
Sean
Phoenix,
Connery.
Yeah. I used to say River Phoenix though. He played a pretty good young Dr. Jones.
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones. He's got a
Mr.
thing in my
Jones and
hand.
me.
Huh?
But no, yeah. So that's the first thing that I was thinking of when I was like, okay, so you busted this one. When I'm rewatching it now, like again every time.
No, now
but
you
now
say
it's
it.
like
Now you say it. We're all stupid for forgetting about it.
Marty
Yeah.
and Doc are dumb for forgetting
Yeah.
about it because technically they could have been like, don't you have a time machine here that we could just swap parts out?
You went ahead and you picked up the old one from the future, but now I got it from past. I could put it all together. I'm so dumb.
But I think that's how he got. I think that's how he got the parts for the train then,
It's getting heavy, Marty.
because the train. All he realized that he built his yarn explosion stuff that he did, his exploding logs.
That's true.
I have those.
I know you do.
My poop.
So he has the exploding logs. But now I'm assuming that that's how he built his train, because with enough time, he was able to take the parts from the broken DeLorean.
Do you know how angry I feel right now knowing that I didn't think about that either? I'm like literally in my mind as you're talking.
Well, it's 'cause
I'm
you're
still going,
stupid, so.
Like,
Or what if he took a DeLorean, he fixed the DeLorean, and then took that into the future and then bought a train?
Maybe, or bought the parts for the train.
could be, yeah, a lot of back and forth time travel.
Yeah, which would have led to. I mean, technically, I don't ever want to see a part 4.
No.
I don't ever want to see a reboot. I mean, I would see a part
Unless
4.
they bring back Crispin Glover.
I would see a part 4, but I wouldn't see a reboot.
Oh,
I
no,
would never reboot or remake. I would not. I would.
Well, Zemeckis said over his dead body.
So when he dies, they're gonna make a reboot.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what because he has the rights to it,
Yeah, I think so.
right? So who gets the rights once he dies?
Maybe his kids?
And
Does it
who
go to
needs
Universal?
money?
Does it go to Universal?
Someone who needs money, probably.
Why would they need money if they want to buy the rights?
No, they want to sell it. They'll be like, oh, I got him now. Oh, he one.
Well, yeah, but who gets the rights? Is it a family?
Probably.
I think it might be a family thing.
Well, I would never want to see another one. But technically, there was a part 4. It's the video game,
Oh, yeah.
the Telltale video game.
I never
I don't remember that.
It's a good 2 hours long. Like it's 4 parts and it's a 2-hour story, and it goes back to the 20s with a really young Doc Brown, like when he was a teenager. When he was a
It
teenager.
takes place after the third one?
Yeah, it takes place after the third one.
Well, is it the one that what does it do to Doc Brown? Because
It has to do with gangsters, like 1920s gangsters. Still Hill Valley.
Zoot Suits.
Yeah.
No, Zoot
Uh,
Suits are the 60s, 50s.
You have old school gangsters with Tommy guns. You have Doc Brown.
Time Cop.
It's essentially but it's essentially that story is Doc Brown becoming a scientist. Something happens in that time that alters Doc Brown becoming a scientist, and Marty has to go back and
He could have really
help
been into
fix
sports.
that. I forgot what he was into, but it's a really good story. You could watch the full thing on YouTube.
Nice. Link below.
Sure, we can link it. We can link to a
Sweet.
YouTube video. And it's literally what part 4 could have been. And even Bob Gale said that technically is like, because they got him to help produce that game.
He okayed it.
Yeah,
Nice.
that would have been like the way to go.
Oh, see, so
But,
if there's a reboot, it's going to be Bob Gale's fault.
Oh yeah,
I don't trust
but they
the
have
man.
they even have the Back to the Future musical now. I mean, they were doing it before everyone was confined to their homes. Yeah.
Gonna make out with my mom. Gonna make, huh?
Why would Doc Brown sing that?
Wrong guy.
You should be like shaking. Your hand should be shaking while you're singing that song.
Oh, hey. Easy.
No, because I'm talking about jazz hands.
No.
Twitchy McFly.
Permanent jazz hands.
His uncle Twitchy McFly.
Jesus.
No wonder nobody listens to us.
Yeah. Yeah. There's so much hate.
I know.
No, but I mean the musical, you know, they again during that Josh Gad thing, they even had because one of the songs they perform as in a musical form is "Power of Love."
Oh, really?
Oh wait,
Yeah.
Huey Lewis have a hand in this though.
Well, why would he have? The song's already written.
Not an ear.
It's because he's going deaf, right? Okay.
Not deaf. He's not going deaf.
Huh?
He can't hear notes properly. Like it sounds distorted. It's a thing.
Permanent gain.
Yeah, that's pretty much. He just hears everything distorted, so he can't really keep a pitch or when he sings. It's tougher for him.
Didn't he have like a tour about to happen before this whole thing happened?
No, he stopped touring because of that.
They released that album.
Yeah, but that's about it.
Yeah.
If they do tour, I'm gonna go see it. I'll go eventually, even if it's virtual or drive-in tours. That's what they're gonna do now. Drive-in concerts.
So you're gonna drive by, Power of Love.
No, not drive-by. You park. You park and you watch the show from your car.
Like a drive-in?
Like a drive-in.
So you're gonna walk on cars and point at people.
That's a lawsuit because you're damaging somebody's car.
Do like Grease, you're going to tell somebody you're pregnant?
Well, if you have to, do what you got to do to keep that man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Wonder what that car smelled like afterwards.
Jesus.
Bro, you really need to get
Afterglow. They call it the afterglow.
There's something wrong with you.
Got to get off that Pornhub.
Yeah.
Pornhub's got to get off me.
Oh.
Huh?
What? Pornhub's an actual person? In your life, it's a person?
Yeah, Pornhub Rodriguez.
Jesus. Peter Staker. P Staker. Piss Taker.
There you go.
No, but I mean, this movie is really good, but it did leave me with a lot of those questions that I had to ask, and it kind of like messes with people when you ask those questions because you don't realize it.
It's still a good movie to enjoy,
Oh, it's really good.
but don't think too much about it
Yeah,
because
a lot of the movie could have been solved really quickly.
My biggest question is what's Vern pointing at?
He had to go pee.
Supposedly.
No. So yeah, if you watch, it's just one of those things that they I guess they never edited out. They should do a George Lucas cut and edit that out. But
For the radio?
but like did you hear what Netflix is doing?
what?
Netflix is on all the Back to the Future movies. They're removing any like semi-adult content.
What?
Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Netflix?
I don't know why. Netflix.
I know. I heard Disney Plus is like taking stuff out, digitally taking things out of like certain shows.
Yeah, well, they took out, what's her name?
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Daryl Hannah's butt crack from Splash.
Oh, from Splash.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's not impressive.
The CGI? Yeah.
No, her butt crack's not impressive. So it's fine.
See, so Netflix censored Back to the Future 2.
What part?
Back to the Future 2 addresses the Ooh La La addresses edited version of the film.
The nudity from the magazine.
Yeah.
Which is like in the corner of stuff that no one really cares for
I don't get it though. Why?
because there's nudity.
It's
It's a PG-13, right?
Yeah, I believe it's PG-13.
Or PG, some shit like that.
Well, I mean, the 80s PG was like rated R anyway, so.
Yeah.
I mean, don't they have like all kinds of other movies with nudity, like Antichrist or what is it?
Yeah, but the rate,
What's
but
that,
it doesn't
the
match
the
ratings.
Nymphomaniac movie.
Yeah, but that's NC-17. That's different.
Yeah, and then the rating of it doesn't match what the movie is.
But you can't fault a movie from the 80s being rated PG because
I
it was
know,
a different time.
But I get it. I kind of get why they did
and it wasn't Netflix, it was Universal, but the Universal gave it to Netflix. They gave them a censored version. So Bob Gale's fighting that right now because it messes with the movie.
But again, I do get why they wanted to
I
do
don't
that.
think so.
I don't think
No,
they should.
That's censorship.
I don't think they should touch a movie like that at all, period.
No,
they
I know,
should,
but
they
if-
should have never done it. They should have never done that to E.T. They should have never removed all the guns from E.T.
That's true.
George Lucas should have never retouched the Star Wars movies.
They shouldn't have made Indiana Jones 4.
That's true.
Just saying.
Well, I mean,
They shouldn't have made it.
there's some people that like it. I just don't like the part where he's swinging with monkeys. That's just a stupid part of the movie. And Mutt Lang in general.
Mutt Lang.
Mhm.
Mutt Lang.
Shia LaBeouf.
Mutt
His
Lang.
name is Mutt Lang.
I just wasn't paying attention to that part. Why do you call him Mutt?
Because he doesn't want to go with his given name, Henry.
Oh.
Henry Jones the third.
Handjob HJ.
HJ.
HJ3.
Hank.
Nice.
He should have just gone by Hank.
My name's Hank. Hank Jones.
Hank Jones.
Junior.
Well, I don't know what they're gonna do with the next Indiana Jones. I hope Shia LaBeouf is not in it.
I think my main issue was don't ever show me aliens. Don't ever
But it
show
makes
me-
sense. I mean,
don't ever show me aliens in movies. They always fuck it up.
but it makes
Especially
sense.
Spielberg.
But it make no.
Born in East LA.
It's true. He has a good
Wrong
point.
aliens.
Same
Oh.
aliens. They're still aliens. E.T. Eddie Torres.
Yeah, but he's the character. It's not.
That's still an. You just said don't show me an alien.
yeah, but
And they're
that's-
showing you an alien.
yeah, but
The xenomorph, predator.
What?
Those are all aliens, and you don't want aliens to be shown in movies.
but they are actually the main thing of the movie.
So this whole
But
movie,
Crystal Skull could have been like
We've seen his little things because
But the history of the Crystal Skull is the fact that people are saying that it was like a lot of people speculate that it was aliens.
the implied alien is better than showing me the alien.
So if they would have never shown ET and he was implied the whole movie,
No. But he's the main character. That's different. That's different because he actually is a character.
If they would have never shown
He is the
aliens in
actual
Signs,
character.
if they were never shown the aliens in Signs,
or else they're just
would
been
have been
fucking
implied?
macking me again.
Would have been if they would have implied the aliens in Signs and not shown them.
Yes, it was so much better. Fuck that.
That movie's great. Signs is a great movie.
You must be fucking smoking some crack.
I like Signs.
we tell-
I like Signs.
Signs is a great movie. Swing away, Bobby, swing.
It was the last Shyamalan movie I liked.
I mean, I liked
Dick. Yeah, I
no
know.
that one movie.
That's a good movie, Dick.
No, it was
With, what's her name and the girl?
the movie with with Professor X, but not Bruce Willis.
Oh, forgot the name of that.
Looper.
No, it's the one with the multiple personalities.
Yeah.
Oh,
Split.
Split.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Nah.
Okay.
Because I didn't like Glass.
I didn't hate Glass,
I didn't like Glass.
but I didn't hate it.
I didn't like it.
Okay.
I liked
I don't
Split.
really like Unbreakable.
I liked Unbreakable.
I do like Unbreakable too,
Unbreakable 2?
as well.
That's
sorry.
called Glass.
as well.
Roswell.
As well. Well, technically, isn't it Split?
No, because it doesn't. It's like it's a shoot off of it. You know, offshoot.
Shoot off, offshoot.
It's a shoot off offshoot.
Awesome. So
Back to the Future. I can't believe they're censoring that.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be censoring movies because then they're going to start censoring other stuff. We're turning into a communist country.
It's but it was universal.
relax.
It's like it's the companies
Starts
just
out slow.
It's dumb. It's just dumb. They shouldn't touch movies
there's
like that
so many
because
different versions
if
of,
I understand.
Huckleberry Finn.
I understand. No, but I understand if you're making a new version of a movie, if it's rated a specific rating, then
no.
do it on that movie. If it's
No, I understand the splash because it's Disney Plus. I understand that because they don't put anything crazy on there. But
What are you talking about? Avatar.
Netflix has a bunch of no, but they have
they bang with their tails.
huh? That's not on Disney Plus, is it?
That's on Disney Plus.
It's not censored.
No, not at all.
Oh, see, but I don't understand. But Netflix,
it's not
but
realistic.
Netflix shows all kinds of stuff, bro. You can watch Working Moms.
All I see is Indian movies on Netflix. That's all they have
No.
now.
I'm sorry. Wait. Did you
Everything
say, did
has
you say,
nudity.
Did you say twerking moms?
Working Moms.
I said
That's a
Working
good show.
Moms has nudity.
That's Canadian. That's a Canadian
Money
show.
Heist has.
Money Heist. What's that?
It's a show.
On Netflix?
The show?
Yeah.
It's not a
Yeah.
movie.
No, it's a show. It's like 4
I haven't
seasons
watched it
in.
though.
It's pretty good.
Money Heist.
I watched it.
Casa de Papel. It's in Spanish.
Ja-
It's
Yeah, Jackie's mom.
Casa de Papel.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enrique Iglesias is in it or what?
Pretentious Spanish assholes. Speaking
Would you
Castellano.
dance?
Yeah.
If I told you a joke.
What? Would you dance if I told you a joke? That's why you don't write songs.
I forgot what part you were at. Am I in too
He still
deep?
doesn't say a joke. Does he say? Does he say? Would you laugh if I told you a joke?
Yeah.
That doesn't go with the song at all.
You know what? hey, look up the lyrics.
I don't think that song ever says, "Would you laugh if I told you a joke?"
I'm not sure anymore now. I'm like questioning my thought. Go, wait, did I just come out?
Yeah.
I can be your hero. There you go.
Copyright hit.
He never once in the song says, "Would you laugh?"
My mole.
that keeps moving.
Would you laugh if I point at my mole?
Mole, mole, mole.
Yeah, he never once says it, and I don't think.
No. Would you laugh? Please tell me.
Would you or no? It says would you tremble
Would you
if I touch
laugh?
it? No, listen to it. Read the words, Dick.
Yeah.
It says would you tremble if I touch your lips, or would you laugh, or please tell me this. Where does he say joke?
I don't know.
This is why you're
It
not
just
funny.
Came out. It just came out, all right?
Yeah, interesting.
Fuck it, we're doing live.
Interesting. Hey, really, they can hear you. Relax.
I know.
We're not soundproofing here.
My children will start saying curse words again.
More?
Oh, the hilarity that came from Tommy saying monkey shit.
Well,
Yeah, so anyways,
Good
I still
Robert.
don't get the censorship. It's like a glance.
I don't either. Especially in Back to the Future. That's like the most. I mean, obviously, it's not an innocent movie, but it's
Yeah.
like there's really nothing bad in that movie. Everyone watches that movie constantly. That's a movie that's in a lot of people's homes in rotation. Period, because it's just a movie. When you start messing with movies like that, what else are you gonna cut out?
Yeah.
What else are you gonna start making changes to?
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
I mean, I get that because that was on TV. You can't see, those bad words on network television. But if it's if
well, they
people if on Netflix is not network television,
Well,
there's age levels. There's
They adjust it to fit.
No,
to fit
but they
the rating.
shouldn't.
but they
That-
shouldn't.
that they have.
But they
And that's
shouldn't.
what-
Change the
I'm just
rating.
saying,
Change
don't
your
yell at me,
rating
don't
if
yell
you
at
don't
me,
like
alright?
it.
But you no, but it's,
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
no.
it would change.
Yeah, but what it sounds like is you're agreeing with it. And
No,
I
no,
don't
I'm
Nazi.
not agreeing with it. I understand why. I don't think they should, but I understand.
I don't
why
no,
they would do
no.
it.
I don't understand why they should, because a movie, especially from the 80s or from before, anytime, it's a time capsule. If you have a movie that's rated PG, there's so many movies that are rated PG that have nudity or have something, because PG-13 wasn't created in the 80s. It was still after the 80s, somewhere like late 80s where PG-13 came in.
It was created after Gremlins.
See, so when you have that, you can't go back and
I
you
blame Twisted Sister.
and you can't go back and you edit a movie just to fit the rating that it's given now. The rating time now doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If a movie was rated PG back then, those were the rules then. You shouldn't go back and be like, oh well, we've got to edit this out because it's not PG. Who cares?
No,
The movie's already been filmed. It's been done.
I'm not fighting you on it. I'm just saying.
You're agreeing.
No. I'm not agreeing. I'm saying I'm understanding their thought process to it. If that's what they're trying to do. If that's what
understanding
they're-
is
if that's
agreeing.
Why they're doing it? No, to understand is to understand. It's not agreeing.
That's not really a definition. When you say,
Yeah, no.
apple is an apple.
because apples, right?
That's
That's
a-
they come
that's
from
a-
apple trees. They're apples.
When you say I understand means understand. That's not really a
But what I'm saying
thing.
is I understand. I'm not agreeing with it, but I understand it. In other words, I can see where their thought process is for it. Doesn't mean I'm going with it. Just like the guy next to me driving is going to one place, but I'm going somewhere else.
You are going. Makes no sense.
I just got lost.
Yeah, you
well, I mean, have you ever driven with me? I get lost all the time.
Still, so that makes no
I feel
sense.
like I'm watching
I'm
Back
but
to the Future
no, but
too.
I'm just saying that they shouldn't go back to any movie from the past and edit it because of content.
Agreed. They should just
Leave them alone.
change
They should just leave them alone.
No, instead of just leaving it PG, just go PG-13.
No, but they should just leave it alone.
Isn't Jaws on Netflix?
I don't know if Jaws is on Netflix.
I don't look up stuff.
Because then they would have to edit out the nudity in the beginning when she, the first girl that gets eaten.
And what's rating on Jaws?
PG,
I don't know.
There you go.
G. I don't know.
general audience.
No, it has.
I don't know.
See, exactly.
I don't know the ratings for every fucking
Look
movie
it
ever
up.
created.
Don't bring it up if you're not going to look it up.
Okay, let's look it up.
It's probably an hour.
Because I'm assuming it's not PG. Is it PG-13?
PG. It's PG, you dumb fuck.
Is it?
Oh,
You see what the screen says?
Yeah.
PG, parental guidance. That's what PG stands for.
All right, then. Then they shouldn't.
Na puto general.
muévelo, muévelo.
That took you a little bit in it.
Pinch a gringo.
We win.
Yeah, so shut your mouth.
I'm just saying.
Keep it down.
I'm just saying.
If you don't have anything to give, to contribute, stop agreeing with people.
I'm just saying. I'm not. I
Brie
don't,
Larson.
hey, you
Don't,
leave her
don't
out
be
of
a
this.
follower.
Yeah.
Don't be a follower. Be a leader.
Sheep. Meh.
What's wrong, dude? You yellow.
It's true. Buford knows.
Hey guys, leave me alone.
Yeah. So on that note, Back to the Future 3, one of the top 100 movies ever created.
Wait, which one?
Top Back to the Future 3. It's in the top. It has to be in the top 50 of every movie ever made. If you put all three movies together, it's in the top 50. You're not gonna say there's 50 movies you could say that are better than Back to the Future 3.
I haven't seen that many movies.
Yes, you have
No,
in
I
your
have, I
whole
have,
life.
I have.
You've seen Vampire in Brooklyn.
More than once.
Why?
On purpose.
So you can't say that you haven't seen more than 50 movies in your whole life.
What kind of pass you like? You have to fusil. I like fusil. You fusil. That's
You
fusil.
base fuck to that.
You fucking.
Justice. You know? Yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen
yeah.
it too.
Yeah, I like that movie.
I don't.
I don't know.
Angela Bassett. She's real buff
Tina
arms.
Turner.
Yeah.
Real buff arms.
Legit. She's like legit badass.
Very beautiful though.
So definitely Back to the Future 3, watch it. It's a great companion to the other two that were created, to the other two movies, the other two
Just
installments
don't
before
think too
it.
hard about the movie's science.
Yeah, don't.
They're going to have questions. I had the same questions and I asked them.
Yeah, your eyes get crossed.
That's you. But definitely it's a great Western. It's a great Western. Great Western. It's a great Western. That deals with time travel.
Was that your Adam Sandler?
That's my Adam Sandler. Are you all right?
No, I'm tripping.
I just rewatched Just Go With It. I really like that movie.
Yeah, I can't see. Okay,
See Dolph Lundgren.
I don't. I
yeah,
can't
that's a good
hate
one.
his movies. I still haven't seen the twin one. What's it?
Jack and Jill.
Sure.
Yeah, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't.
I still haven't seen it.
Just watch it. I told you, just watch it.
Again, I still know I haven't seen yet, and I'm like,
It's got Al Pacino, your favorite.
I know, but still, I still haven't watched it. It's just not that I don't want to. It's just
He's
I
the
haven't-
only
I keep
good.
forgetting.
Al Pacino's the only good part in that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he
Al
over?
Pacino. I love the pussy. Oh, that's a different movie.
That's the wrong Al Pacino. That's Alpa.
Oh, my bad.
Alpa Chinos. Booty sweat.
Lance.
Huh? Nance.
Man, Nance.
What do you mean, you people?
Get that over here, buddy.
Take his balls.
Lock me up. Throw away the key.
All right.
Easy.
I guess we're done.
Yeah. Well, this has been a good episode on Back to the Future 3, 30th anniversary.
Apparently, I'm a communist. Apparently.
Yep.
Your sheep.
You're sheep. You're a follower. You're a follower.
Yes, sir.
You agree with people too much. That's the
I
problem.
don't, it's not that I agree. I listen to the argument and go, I see why you're doing it. I don't
That's-
think you should, but who the fuck am I to stop you? I'm not gonna like physically like stop you from doing what you're gonna do. You're gonna do it. People are gonna get pissed. You'll go back to it. Relax.
So you're agreeing.
No.
You're fine with it. You're fine with it, which
No.
means you're fine with it,
No,
which
'cause I'm
means
not
you're
gonna watch
agreeing.
it. I'm not gonna like. I own the movies. I can just watch
Exactly.
the regular
I'm not
version.
gonna watch the Netflix version because
Yeah,
I
why would I
have
watch
the.
Why would I watch
If they
it on
went back,
Netflix?
if they went back and were like, oh, all the movies you downloaded, if you have them, we're gonna, you're gonna get the new edited version. I'm like, nope.
I think if they upgrade them to 4K and then they decide to cut it, no.
Yeah.
I buy whatever I want.
Oh, man, it look horrible. in
I'm
4K.
just waiting for them to release the original versions of Star Wars.
They haven't done that yet.
They still have the special editions. They converted the special editions into 4K,
They convoided.
and they still went back and fixed some of the
That's great.
special effects again, which I don't agree with, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, when they made ET into CGI.
Another alien, right?
Fucking alien.
So this has been Vinny.
His neck looks like a dick.
What?
Why would you notice that?
Yeah.
Again.
I'm Edgar.
It's got weird. It's so veiny.
This has been Vinny.
It's Ozzy.
And Edgar.
We'll see you guys
I'm
next
being
week.
censored.